Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome back to our chat about women's health and continuing our topic on fat loss for women. Today, we're going to talk about managing stress and why managing stress is so important. And I am going to give you a bit of a fright to start, but let's not get stressed about stress, okay? So I'll give you the fright, but then I'm going to show you how easy it is to manage, and hopefully you can start making that a priority, all right? Especially if you're a woman responsible for everything and trying to work as well. So chronic stress can, like, on the one hand, boost your hunger, but on the other hand, cause an increase in circulating insulin, which causes your blood sugar levels to drop, which means you want to eat. And when you've got low blood sugar, that's that shaky, faint feeling. That's when you're going for lollies, cakes, like carby foods that just give you that instant hit of sugar. But the upshot of this is when you're chronically stressed, you're going to do that all the time, both be more hungry and going for the easy sugary food. And that's a bit of a snowball effect because then you're affecting your gut microbiome, you're compounding these issues. You've got that constant insulin spike, insulin drop, which means blood sugar spike, blood sugar drop, and the associated side and health effects of that. In studies performed on teenage girls, the more stressful their life events were at any one time, the higher their cortisol, which is your stress hormone, and the more abdominal fat they laid down. In other studies, they found stresses on hormonal changes as a lifestyle stresses, and then the hormonal changes as a result of these stresses can make dietary restraint harder. And I don't want you to take that as more willpower means you can control your diet and eat better, because it's actually not true. You have really deep chemical drivers leading you towards these like high sugar, high simple carbohydrate foods. Because you're in a fight or flight response, your body needs that to sprint away from the saber-toothed tiger. So even though that was another way of saying the same thing, what was important about this study is that it showed it isn't all willpower. You are not weak reaching for these foods when you're stressed. You're actually being driven to it. And you can't overcome like a primal desire with willpower and your brain power, okay? It comes without any brain action at all, which is a whole nother discussion. But it's not your fault. You do need to manage the stress though. So without scaring the crap out of you and the associated health effects of chronic stress, there's a lot you can do about managing stress, and a few little tips and tricks with your exercise programs and stuff that'll help you manage it better, so that you're reaching for bananas, you're not reaching for Mars bars, okay? So to achieve an effortless healthy weight, low to moderate exercise, high intensity, prolonged, long exercise can elevate your cortisol. It does also give you a plethora of really positive hormones as well. So my advice is to exercise low to moderate or enjoyable. So if you love your netball games and they are like an hour and a half long, but you're with friends and you're laughing and you finish on a high, I would say go do it. If, on the other hand, you're doing a half marathon and you despise every minute of it, that's probably more harmful than helpful at this point. So fat loss, if you're in a stressful lifestyle, is about movement and connection and enjoyment, okay? That means safe movement, safe exercise, things that make you feel good that you can do over and over again without hurting yourself. Moderate or low to moderate exercise is walking, aerobics, stuff that might get you breathless but not gasping for air. Now, my second point is to include down training. So the more stress you're under, the less intense your activity. In fact, because women's heart rates increase when they're stressed, we're already exercising if you're in a stressful time of life. So the down training actually helps you come back to normal instead of adding exercise and stress upon stress upon stress, right? So for some of us, many of us, reading a book, getting a massage, meditating will be more beneficial use of the hour we have to ourselves in a day than going and doing more exercise or doing more chores. So making time to bring yourself back down again is super important. Weights are just as effective as cardio for fat loss and possibly more effective in the long term. So weights are also easier to do at a lower pace, easier to synchronize some kind of deep breathing protocol into it. And obviously the deep breathing and the social and the slow pace can help with down regulating your nervous system and helping you not stress so much. Weights are also like a fundamental strategy for developing the tools you need in your brain for building resilience and improving mental health. Improved resilience and mental health will also adjust your attitude to your stress, which brings me to your thoughts. So your thoughts and perceptions of the stresses in your life are as powerful in eliciting that chemical response of eating more and being driven to sugary foods and laying down abdominal fat than the actual stresses themselves. So if you can reframe how you perceive a situation or sort of implement strategies in your life that help you cope with these situations, or make a change that means your stress is not so constant and relentless, then it should be easier for you to lose weight to a healthy weight or maintain an effortless healthy weight. So like, for example, in this environment, when I have a client that wants to lose weight, the first thing I tell them is let's not worry about losing weight. Like just stressing about your weight and thinking about your weight and hating your body because you're fat will have a negative impact on your hormonal balance, on your insulin levels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It will have an effect on your cortisol. So accepting your body as it is, trying to be more positive about it and calmer about your own perceptions will help you with your fat loss journey. And the final point is eating regularly. So high protein, whole food and low glycemic foods will help balance blood sugar, which when stress is increasing insulin and causing low blood sugar, eating these foods won't give you that spike and can help sort of mitigate some of these factors. So we want good quality snacks, easy to grab. I just ate one of these, which I'll show you. I have these, I don't like packet food because of the plastic, but these food to nourish bars, high protein, collagen, low glycemic, whole food, mean when I'm in the gym, I've been here since 5:30, I can just grab, fill my face and go. So obviously this is why we all love our power plates, because you can do your low to moderate exercise, you can meditate on it, you can get a massage on it, you can strength train, yoga, flexibility train, think positively while on the power plate, get the endorphins all in one go. So in summary, managing stress and lifestyle stress in particular is about balance, lifestyle balance, balancing work and play, balancing sleep and awake time, balancing sport and rest, balancing social life with time being alone, balancing high intensity with low intensity, balancing parenting with just being you, not a parent, and so on and so forth and so on. So I'd be super excited to hear about your stress management journeys. I think we've missed out on talking about that, especially with fat loss. Your first priority is to stop stressing about your fat loss, and then follow the rules, whole food, manage sleep, exercise regularly, and hopefully the rest all falls into place.